Time marches on. August. First day of August. Nice. Oh, who's available?
I'm sorry.
Nice. Stroll's available. Cool, cool, cool. We'll do that. I rely on him too much. I'm just... Stroll comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. That was the final side dungeon complete now, right? I believe. So... yes, reportable quests. Indeed. Right. Where is that bro?
Go.
That bro is up there. Nice. Oh, and then we can go to the other guy, right? Once we conquered that tower. What are you selling today? Out of curiosity.
Well then.
Stormy Sea Ring. For 15 grand. When the weather gets rough, it power really shines. No thanks. That means that it is only useful on days when the weather is fucked. But we don't want to go into dungeons on days when the weather is fucked, so that just doesn't really work out great. Is that a big beautiful horn in your pocket, or were you just that excited to come to my aid? I can't believe they've made this fucking joke. I can't believe they've made this joke. Are you serious? It's an ebony horn, actually.
This is a joy.
Oh, ha! Yes, I can tell just by touching it. This horn is capable of containing my limitless creativity. You've become an enormous help. As promised, your reward.
Mission accomplished.
Money, money, money. Ooh, that's a level. Oh, wait, no. I thought we were just before the star, but we'd already just hit the start. So, no, that is certainly not a level.
Well then.
We're glad you're happy. Now then, it's time for us to set off. Wait just a moment. How would you feel about hunting another August for me? Or forget what, how about you hunt down lots and lots of Augusts? How about you kill yourself? How about that? Really? This isn't exactly a walk in the park for us, and we're not exactly short on things we have to do. Oh, if that's the case, then I suppose I have no choice but to cross horns with those beasts myself. Right, okay, you do that, buddy. The best crafters start by a rigorous selection of ingredients, after all. So just you wait, August. When I'm done, every horn you've got will be festooned in the finest filigree. Bro is dead. Persistent, isn't he? You think that someday he really will hunt down every last August? No, he will get killed by the first one he meets.
All right then.
Let's go.
It was that arena front and then up the stairs, right, that the guy was waiting, I believe. Man in pain? What?
Was that?
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone moaning in pain. Was it down here? This guy? Unidentified corpse? They must have been killed at the Colosseum. How could they just dump the bodies outside like this? Was that what it wanted me to check, or was there something else? Spoke to you, spoke to you. Oh, it's this guy. Ow, I really overdid it this time. Hey, you there, you don't happen to have a medicinal herb on hand, do you? I sure do.
God bless you.
Thank heavens, you just became my best friend.
Thank you.
It still hurts a little, but it's all right now. Thanks for the small miracle. No one else was willing to help me, even though I was suffering. You're the only one, so please, take this reward. Sure. Even though he was clearly in a lot of pain, no one at the Colosseum paid him any attention. Glad we helped.
Such a bother. Really now.
Dum 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 dum. Right, you.
Amazing.
He wants to hear about something unusual. If we can satisfy him, we might get him to return the deed. How are we going to get his attention? You know the Forsaken Tower?
Aha.
The Forsaken Tower? You mean that legendary tower north of the city? Have you truly been there? I've never met someone who ventured inside before. And you tell me of the monsters and battles you encountered within the walls, will you? Nothing for it, I suppose. I'll pay your price, storyteller. Shall we decide on something of comparable value to this tale? I'd like the deed. The Paribus who founded the Night Prowler asked us to get back his deed. It was collateral for his loan, he said. That reprobate has you running errands for him. Well, no matter, I suppose. Take it.
What?
Huh? Just like that? Well, it's hardly much worth in the first place. The only reason I've not returned it yet is because he broke his promise to me. How's that? I promised to lend him money as long as he entertained me, but as of late he's become a thoroughly boring man. But enough of that. Come now, tell me a story to excite my very soul. No thrills, no deed. I decided to tell him about my adventures in the Forsaken Tower. I say, I've certainly heard the name August, but a monster that walks like a man. Truly fascinating. Yes, a thrilling tale, well told. I applaud you, young sir. Thus have you saved me from boredom. As promised, here's your deed. Do take it. Huge.
A fine thing indeed.
Sending an Elder candidate to negotiate for him. The very idea. I suppose he's still capable of piquing my interest after all. Sounds like you've known him quite a while. I simply loaned him the money he needed to establish his business. He'd built his way up from having absolutely nothing, so I had high expectations, but he sold the tavern just as the money started rolling in. Didn't hesitate for a second. Told me there was no sport in it if he'd won without trying. Wait, he sold it? So he's not even in charge of Night Prowler anymore? He made it sound like he was still running the place. I feel like he fast-talked us into this. I called that the moment that he spoke to us. I said that was bullshit. Regardless, this was surprisingly fun, young candidate. You're an interesting fellow, the kind I wouldn't mind throwing my support behind.
All right.
Well, I guess we ended up with another supporter somehow. Anyway, we better head back to the Night Prowler. Okie dokie. So,
All right,
that is doopy-doo.
Let's go.
Yeah. So many requests are done. Yes, that's my deed, without a doubt. May I have it? Here you go. Ah, my most treasured friend, thank you so much. With this as collateral, I'll be able to start a brand new business venture.
Hang on.
Hey, by the way, I heard you don't have anything to do with Night Prowler anymore. You were talking about it like you ran the place. I did tell you I was the place's founder, yes? Not its proprietor. I certainly didn't mean to misrepresent myself. The curse of a naturally silver tongue, I suppose. And now, the reward I promised you.
Mission accomplished.
Clap. Chef's talk and 10,000.
Thank you.
What is a chef's talk? I'm glad I asked you to fulfill my request. There really is nothing like having reliable friends, eh?
Oh, come on.
I keep telling you we're not friends. Quit trying to be all slick. Don't you regret it? Business is booming now. If you'd kept it, you'd be sitting pretty on a huge pile of cash. And for what? To doom myself to a life of boredom and lethargy, like any other slug of a noble? No, life's too short for that, my friend. Better to find new challenges in life than waste my years basking. And what better challenge than to help a dear loyal friend become our next king? Thanks for your support. Think nothing of it. Thank me when we've actually put your elden rear in a Clamar's seat, eh? Now that's a challenge. I'll be rooting for you. If you ask me, this guy and that noble aren't that different. They're always chasing after something exciting and new. Well, seems like both of them have taken a liking to us anyway. Can't complain.
That'll be just fine.
Life's short, my friend. If you want to keep it fresh, you have to keep challenging yourself. And aiming for the throne, well, that's one hell of a challenge. So I'll keep supporting you. That's what friends are for, eh? I just realised, I don't think we spoke to that guy again after we came out of the Colosseum. Or came out of here. Oh, he's gone. God damn it. I thought he stayed there and had another text box. Can we do anything with the Colosseum now, by the way?
Warriors.
You're looking to participate. Then I've got bad news. The Colosseum is really booming in the aftermath of the exhibition, so we're too busy to accept new competitors.
Let's
Oh, right.
not.
Is that popular, huh? Guess we should focus on the infiltration mission right now anyway. It's definitely going to be a thing at some point, right?
Do you need something?
At the exhibition of the brave, aren't you the one who... No, forget I said anything. I don't really care for the answer. I don't know what brings you to the Colosseum, but the seats are filled and we're in no need of challenges at the moment.
Not.
Kind of rude, huh? All the same, it's not like we have time to become gladiators even if we wanted to. There is no way they put a Colosseum in here and we don't fight in it, ever. There must be a time. We just haven't found it yet, but there has to be a time when we fight in this place. Right, so...
Let's go.
So is that every single bounty and request complete? I think so, right? Relic search is just an ongoing thing. Noble's Legacy, we talked to Stroll for the follower thing. That's what we're about to do. Oh, Moore's task. Yeah. Okay, should we go hand that in before we do Stroll then? Where is Moore at?
Let's go.
Let's get ourselves a cheeky Moore rank up.
Where was I?
Oh, does he not? I thought he would immediately start talking. Okay.
You don't say.
You've studied quite a number of archetypes. You may be the most adept research partner I've had.
Incredible.
Clap.
All right.
Huge plays, huge plays. Oh, bro's getting some memories.
Did I?
Just now. No. Impossible. Are you alright?
What?
Not quite.
Nothing. I just recalled some memories that are slightly unpleasant.
What?
Unpleasant memories? A memory of long ago. My time with a trusted comrade, and his eventual betrayal, though I cannot even recall his face.
It appears that...
I had deep trust in him, and so the wounds on my heart were equally so. It seems I never had an eye for people. But you do.
It'll be fine.
Indeed. Should I deny my better judgment now, it would cast doubt on you as well. That is the last thing I want.
I must apologize.
I'm sorry. I find myself thinking in circles so often here, and kernels of doubt so easily grow to overshadow my mind entirely. For example, I believed I was conducting this research of my own volition. But is that the truth? Lately, I have felt that my research may actually be by another's will, that I only labored under their guidance. I was so happy to imagine my memories restored, but now I wonder if some things are best left forgotten. Don't give in.
No.
A fair point. Life is full of both good and bad. My apologies. Didn't mean to let any bitterness slip out. Perhaps because I'm so unused to it these days, but I do so struggle with conversation. You truly are too kind to me. Thank you for being here. It means more than I can say. I can sense Moore's gratitude, trust, and dependence on me. Shing! Rank 5.
Often I find your words resounding in me.
Skill inheritance slots for Seeker to 3. Good thing we use the Seeker a lot, hey?
Well then.
Bum, bada-bum. Mental weariness aside, we have further work to do. Your next task is to cultivate the heroic embodiment of the commander, the general. Okay, so what's that? Is that the second tier one behind the commander? Because we are already working on commander, here and there. I'm sure this will prove to be a fine source of power, as well as further increase your royal virtues. Worth the trouble, I'd say.
This one's important.
I should raise the general archetype to rank 15. Okay, so I have to unlock the general and then get the general all the way up there. Sure.
I can depend only on you.
I would be happy if you could visit me again. You're all I believe in. Bum, bum.
Do make yourself at home.
Is the general the one hidden behind here, or is the general a third tier one? No, this is the general. Nice. Okay, so we have only got commander to 6. So we would need to do quite a bit to get it all the way to 20. And then get that all the way to 15. And it's quite a long way away. What did we have on this one again? Allies defense up, crit rate up, fire damage. Formation of Vigor is cool. Allies to the front row and increase attack by 2 ranks for 3 turns. I imagine it's probably quite expensive though. How high did we get this? Only rank 3, okay. No rush on that one because we're not going to have Magic Knight there anytime soon. So let's go back to Commander. And keep that going, I guess. Bum bum. Cool. That giggle is so cute. There wasn't anything new we'd got, was there? No, because Sniper is not a new thing. It is just an upgrade of an old thing. Yeah.
Oh. You'll come again. Well,
Snap back to reality. Bum 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 bum. Right. So now we finally go and do Stroll, as it were.
hey,
Ah, hello. What's your plan for today? I get restless too, but I suppose it's important to let off steam, The merchant that Stroll's father entrusted with his inheritance mentioned he wanted to talk to us. Perhaps I should go talk to him with Stroll.
what do you think?
Any luck finding leads on the inheritance matter? Found the guy. Have you? You must take him to me so you must take me to him so we can talk. Oh, it's nice to finally meet you. Well, we have met, but you were just a babe in your mother's arms. Funny how much you've come to resemble them both. Your father and I did charity work, providing aid to the downtrodden. It was hardly lucrative, but I was quite taken by his charisma. He did charity work in the capital? I hardly knew his business here, to be honest. My connection to your father is ultimately what led him to entrust your family fortune to my guardianship. I'm pleased to finally put it in your rightful hands.
No.
I don't mean to pry, but have you decided what you'll do with it?
That is...
I had thought to use it to rebuild our house, but to hear my father use his fortune to help people, I admit I'm having second thoughts. The refugees of Harlia are struggling to survive without permanent housing, and knowing this, I would put these funds to the needs of my house. It would take tremendous time and money to restore our territory. I wouldn't be able to tend to their hardships for many seasons to come. You truly are a Stroll lad, right down to your father's strength of character. If I might be so bold, allow me to present you with an option. It would work thusly. You purchase a parcel of land from your pick of the gentry. Many are in desperate need of coin and would easily part with estates they cannot sustain. You could then offer this land to your people to build upon. Would that not give them solace?
True.
I see the wisdom in it, but I can't imagine finding such an ideal expanse in such short order. If it's the negotiations you're concerned about, that's where I come in.
Quite.
Perhaps you've heard the name of Lord Hydron, best known for his piety. He's well versed in such matters. Lord Hydron, wasn't he the dickhead? So you do know him. Well, I can appreciate why you'd recoil from him. But for such occasion as this, he would be a potent ally. I dare say he would be precisely the savior you'd need to realize your ideals.
My ideals.
You say?
Yes.
I apologize, I'm just caught off guard by how quickly the tides change. I gladly accept your generous offer to aid me in the negotiations. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
No.
Words I'd hear my mother and father say often. They practically bludgeoned me with it. Wise words to live by.
Yeah.
Only now do I see that. Back then I couldn't appreciate it. If I can procure new land, all those people could return to some semblance of the lives they were forced to abandon. They could go back to a time of peace, before the human attacked.
Just...
And you have no small role to play here. You know that, don't you? If treachery claims the throne, this whole country will fall to ruin, and I'll have no hope of saving the people of Halia, let alone realizing my ideals.
Hey,
In other words, the future of many depends on our fight. Our hopes lie with you, Captain. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and newfound resolve. Shing! Rank 6.
whatever burdens you carry, I'll carry them too.
Warrior to 3 and gain experience at normal rates. Indeed, indeed.
Thank you.
I owe you my thanks for discovering the man safeguarding the inheritance. It was surely no easy feat to find him.
You're
I
a
kept checking at
lifesaver.
night, so not so easy. Because turns out he wasn't there at night.
That reminds me.
If you don't mind my asking, did you hear anything else about my father in the search? I mean, all of these are good. He loved his son. Only that he loved his son to the ends of the world. Ah, come off it. You've gone a bit over the top with that one. Were my father in the same position I am now, I wonder what he would do. I returned to the others with Stroll, who was still deep in thought. Bum 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 bum. Okay, who have we got?
Interesting.
We got Alonso. I'd like to know more about him. Maybe I should go talk with him. Alonso. Hello, Hulkenberg.
I love it.
I mislike having to abide by Luis's schedule. This soiree cannot come soon enough. But I suppose one can't win on an empty stomach. As long as we have the time to eat and prepare, we should.
I love it.
Hey, listen.
Right, 12 days left. I wanted to have like 8 left, right? So I had 2 days for each of the 4 sections or something. In case I need them, hopefully I can do it all in one day, but you never know, we shall see.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to? I'd like to hear about your journey so far, if you don't mind. You have certain information I'd very much like to know. Sure, I can do that. With an outpouring of wisdom, I briefly outline my journey so far for Alonso. Aha, how very intriguing. I'm very keen to know more of these experiences. If you'd indulge me, have you some free time right now? No problem.
Yes.
Oh, you are marvelous. Thank you. Alright, follow me. I know of a great spot. Alonso asked me to tell him about some of the things that happened on my journey. We're in that bar, aren't we?
I see.
Nightcrawler or whatever. Aha, I see. Very intriguing. So an external force protects the candidates. For outsiders like myself, it's rather difficult to get a hold of accurate information pertaining to the royal magic and the tournament for the throne. Information is quite the weapon, you know. All the more reason meeting you has been such a boon.
Understand?
In fact, if you really wanted to take down the other candidates, the most effective method would be investigating their families and homes for info you can use. Quite effective against blackguards. Is that pronounced blackguards? I feel like even though it's spelled blackguards, I think that's usually pronounced blackguards, isn't it? Who hide their misdeeds naturally, but outstandingly so against good upstanding family folk. To threaten them?
But of course.
Aha, I know it's not in your nature, but still, not every weapon has a pointed end. A villain will always strike where it hurts most, like snakes, and those I associate with are usually the most venomous kind. Speak of the devil, here comes one such associate now.
Oi.
How's the client situation looking?
Yeah.
We've 20 at present. No delays securing their contracts. Arrangements have been made should any default on payments. So you're not all talk. You know, my lord, may have taken a shine to you, but let me make something clear. One false move, and I promise I'll flay you alive myself. Understand, Cuculus? So he's one of his marks. Because anyone who calls him Cuculus is a mark of Alonso.
Ridiculous.
He's an underling of the landowner I'm working with. He's exceedingly cautious, as you might expect, and for some reason he still doesn't trust me. Can't blame him, really. Said landowner is my true target. He's a foul one. He's been trying to take advantage of the struggle for the throne to net a huge fortune. Ambitious sorts all over the country are using the tournament to rise up in the world, and this landowner is their lender, turning tidy profits. I am his middleman. Of course, the landowner only lends because he knows he'll collect. So when he realizes he can't, why, that's an awful lot of money to disappear into the void. And that's your aim then?
What?
Now then.
I'll spare you the details, but the man's money will end up in my coffers eventually. It's a curious thing. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. When all's said and done, it'll be his loss and my gain. And I do mean gain. Enough to buy a small village, really. Interesting plan.
Well,
Maybe there's a future for you in this line of work yet.
Oi.
Oi, Alonso.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy actually knows him because he called him Alonso, yeah. Don't worry, he has my confidence.
listen.
That flunky you talked to earlier, he's snooping around the village. What?
Hey.
I gave him the slip before he saw me, but this is bad, Alonso. If they find out how you're connected to the village, then...
No.
My hometown or not, there's no way they'll catch on to what I'm up to now. He'll turn up nothing, and that'll be the end of it. We need to relax.
Yeah.
All the same, you should pack your things in case things go south. I'll bring you the money to stash soon. That lackey of his. I hadn't expected him to move so quickly. Even went as far as digging up my roots. Everything alright?
You...
If push comes to shove, I may end up needing your help. Your muscle, that is. I'm trying to buy my hometown with the money I'm bilking from the landowner. He's the one who's bleeding my village dry to begin with. I've got to make this piece of deception succeed at all costs. It would save the whole poverty-stricken village.
Hey.
When are you free? How about you come check on the village with me? I've got a strange nagging feeling about all this. If you cut me in.
Yeah.
Thank you, truly.
That's fine. Just name your price. I owe you one. I can feel Alonso's genuine gratitude and deep trust towards me. Bro has deep trust after a couple of meetings. Alright, man. Shing!
Mother.
Reduce the mag cost. My hometown's a small village. It's nearby, in fact. If it were up to me, we'd head there straight away. Alas, I know you have a schedule of your own. Even so, I implore you, please, do not delay for long. I'll be waiting. Time marches on.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Bum 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 bum
All right.
bum. I hear a voice. Hey, Heisme, nice. And then we will be able to unlock his next thief class as well, because that will get him to 3. Perhaps the captain would lend me his strength. Heisme comes to mind. Maybe I should go Natter.
All right then.
Natter, natter, natter. Natter, natter, natter.
Let's hunt it right away.
Natter. Natter, natter, natter.
Ah, it's you.
Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? I don't suppose I could ask for your help with something. I know I'm imposing, but... You remember we spoke about finding a spot to lay my son to rest. I happened across a nice place the other day. Oh, sneeze. Oh, I thought this was going to be like the final thing that we do. I thought he'd be laying his son to rest right at the end of his thing, not straight after we talked about it. Let's go.
My thanks.
You'll go then, in that case. I hate to ask, but could you teleport us to Martira? Why'd you hate to ask? It's not like it is a strenuous thing to do.
Huh.
Plenty of new graves, possibly victims of those dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy would find solace here, among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here in singed pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in. Should we look somewhere else?
That means...
My thanks.
My thanks. I think we do well to check other options. Okay, so never mind. It is going to be the last one. Unless... Oh no, never mind. We're doing it right now. Never mind. Keep getting bamboozled. How about somewhere deeper in the forest? If you don't mind indulging me just a bit further. Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No.
It's not here either. Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees. The smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows, too. It's too dangerous.
True.
I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing his grave.
We shouldn't.
I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations, if you don't mind. You want to keep looking?
I apologize.
It's an important decision, though I understand if you're losing patience. Nah, man, it's good. I'm along for the ride.
The truth is,
All Ujif travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a great tree. That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision, and looked down on them for it. But as I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why, when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
even so,
That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me. But it is my concern.
listen,
You really are unlike everyone I've ever met.
then
Might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time, I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Any monsters nearby?
Everything okay?
no.
No. This place just looks similar to a meadow my son used to love, though it's not the same.
My son,
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through the grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, 'tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know 'tis just an empty fantasy. I know it's difficult. You've endured so much pain.
My apologies.
I didn't mean for you to see me like that. But yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. The silence is peaceful. The wind is gentle. It feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run with the wind in his face.
But
And yet... Want to keep looking?
not so.
No, that's not it. I just have one thing that's holding me back. That sweet smell on the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies. Why did we go there first?
What's that about?
I've never returned. Not once. And I cannot imagine they'd be pleased to see me.
Oh,
A wind blows in my home sweeter than any I've known. Why don't we visit?
Let's go.
but
No, you are right. I cannot let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place.
I'm in your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I feel myself determined to return home again. It feels like something I'd never have realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. I can sense Aizume's extraordinary resolve and the depth of his gratitude. Shing! Oh no, it's an unlock. Right. The aloof hermit, Aizume. I wouldn't call him aloof, really. I feel like aloof is not the word that describes him. Keeper and heritor of the thief's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
New power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Shing! There it is.
I must come to a decision.
The party can now study the Ass Inn. Nice. The Ass Inn is now studyable. Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness at least. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare the time.
Onward then.
For today, let us rejoin our comrades. Nice. Bom 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 bom. Anyone available tonight? Yep. Brigitta available tonight. He doesn't need to come here any longer, and yet... Maybe I should go talk with her. Maybe I will.
All right then.
Where
to?
Let's go.
Yoink. Do 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 do. Meow. Oh, you got something new, you bitch?
Ugh, come off it.
Who allowed an Elda into Grand Trad? I heard you went to Briarhaven for the exhibition of the brave. I was relieved to hear that I wouldn't have to see you lurking around my neighborhood anymore. But how is it you've returned so quickly? That's not a distance you can cover in just a few days. Creepy Elder tricks, no doubt. If she hates you so much, why does she seem so obsessed? Let's just leave her alone. She is actually such a bitch. Howdy.
Just you.
So it's you. You seem unscathed. I believe I made myself clear. You have no reason to come here anymore. But if you really want, if you insist on joining me on the road to hell, then there is a place I'd like to go. I'll go wherever you're going. Hell yeah, baby. With overflowing courage, I promised Brigitta I would face her burdens with her.
You.
Will, you'd go to such lengths for me? Then, will you come with me? Sure thing. Come this way. Any lengths for someone hot.
The truth is,
The ones who took my dog, the anti-igniter extremists, the church has discovered their base. What are you planning?
What?
so reductive.
Do you have to ask? Even the church knew what I'd do with this information. That's why they sent it to me. Apparently, this faction's based in a small village fairly close to Grand Trad. I'm going to go there and eradicate all of them. I will kill every last one of those extremists. No survivors. And once they get to hell, they can look my dog in the eyes and beg her forgiveness. I'll string their corpses up, 3 days and 3 nights exposed to the elements, long enough for everyone to see what happens if you cross me.
You get it. Right?
And I'd like you to help me punish them. In exchange, I'll support you however I can from here on. Please think this through. You talk big, don't you? You have no desire to be king, yet you parade around as a candidate. You're little more than a fraud. Brigitta's suspicious of me. I need to tell her the truth, or she'll never fully trust me. I explained to her that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country. Huh. Did you expect me to believe in that nonsense? But for you to speak such words at this point would mean your goal of seizing the throne is no lie, at least.
As it is.
Fine. If that's how it must be... If that's how must be, forgotten it, then I will spare no expense to see you fall. The throne ill suits a wretch who can look past the butchery of a dog. I don't think it was right.
No!
Then is it not just for those who kill to be killed? Is that not your precious equality? I don't want to lose anything else I care about. I understand how you feel. What do you truly understand? You have no idea how much comfort she brought me. And they ripped that away from me. And you say I should just allow it? Fine. I'll not do something so unsightly in front of you.
In any case.
I'm going to their base, but I won't kill them right away. I'll find out who did this. We'll try to negotiate clearly and openly. And if that doesn't work, then I'll murder them and we can move on. That's the most I can promise you. We'll take my gauntlet, runner. Dangers of the night be damned. If we break down, so be it.
Obviously.
You come as well and see for yourself. If you're going to try and drag me into the light, then you deserve to see what happens. She let me onto the runner she lives in, and we went to their base. Brigitta stayed silent for the whole trip. We arrived at a small settlement located close to Grand Trad.
Huh?
Is this the place?
You there.
Hey, you there. I am Brigitta. I am the scoundrel selling magic igniters all across the land. Oh, the igniter merchants again. Our village really doesn't have the money to buy any. I'm sorry to keep turning you away, but...
Wait.
What are you talking about? Oh, aren't you one of the church's dealers? They keep trying to sell us on igniters, but I keep refusing them. Huh. The church has been here several times. They've never reported that to me.
Out with it.
The church is setting her up. The church is the one that fucking took her dog, and they're blaming it on these guys because they won't buy anything. So if I said that merchants of igniters should face the wrath of God, you wouldn't agree?
It can't
Oh,
be.
no. We don't have anything to do with igniters at all. It's not something that ever really comes up here.
Really?
Hey, miss, you sell magic igniters?
Oh, nice.
Wow, brilliant. Papa, I want an igniter.
Enough.
I see. Say no more. Well, we really saved you from killing a bunch of innocent people then, huh? This is no hideout. They know nothing. It's not something you can hide in a village such as this. I've been getting detailed reports on the anti-igniters group's movements from the church, but now I'm not certain such a force even exists. If it was all a lie, then what does the church get out of it? To harass you?
In any case.
Anyways, I take it back. There'll be no killing today. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd probably have ordered my private army to burn this place to the ground. I'm glad you were here with me. I can sense Brigitta's deep gratitude. Shing!
I'm glad to have you at my side.
Receive a discount at all weapon, armor, and igniter shops. Nice. But my dog was taken from me, and I'll chase the scum to the ends of the earth.
Nonetheless.
This is my job, not yours. So our business together is concluded. I'd like to visit you.
No.
What?
What are you saying? What could you possibly gain from hanging around me? Not every relationship is transactional, Brigitta. Well then, fine, since it's you.
Speaking of,
You mentioned earlier of your true aims for the throne. I thought it a clumsy lie, but it does bring to mind a certain someone for me. After a king is crowned, it would be nigh impossible to put another on the throne. However, if my suspicions are correct, none could deny the claim.
that's why.
If you are willing to throw yourself into battle for that cause, then I shall support you all the same.
Yes.
If you'd like to come, then come. When I'm around you, much to my surprise, I find that even I still have a beating heart. So, come, if you wish. I returned to Grand Trad and Brigitta's Gauntlet Runner and headed back to the inn.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Nice. Do. Ooh, pissing it down, eh? Is this the first time in a long time that we haven't got anyone to talk to? Oh, no, never mind. Stroll's available again. I wonder why it didn't pop up and tell me I can go see him. Oh, so's Barden. Huh. I think we will leave that till next time. I think that's probably a reasonable point to leave off for today. Good stuff. Very nice. Boop. Cool. Alrighty. So, yes, when we return, we have Stroll rank 7. We are really getting up there now. And especially because, unlike Persona, it's only 8 ranks instead of 10. It is almost the end of Stroll's follower, whatever you call them. Follower scenes. Which will be sad when we've already run out of them, and I don't think we're like halfway through the game yet, right? We've still got the whole other eastern place and then back to Grand Trad and everything after we finish off here, and we aren't even particularly close to finishing off here because we've still got to do this whole massive dungeon section, so yeah, I guess it's going to be a bit. Also, 10 days to go. I should really think about starting the infiltration stuff soon, huh? Yeah, I guess we'll do Stroll. We'll do whatever happens at night, and then maybe we'll go in after that. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more Metaphor ReFantazio. Thanks for watching. See you then.